is going. Let's see. I have to make sure. Yes. All right. I have to go get something because I forgot my cards, which is important. For readings, I guess. Right? It is. So I have to go do that. I will be back. Just gonna get my cards. Gotta get my cards. Over here. I'm here. I'm just getting my cards. Oh, I forgot to put the list up, so hold on a second. Kinda had a thing. Just 1 second. I'll put the list up. Just in case, right? Why not? Why not? Okay. I think that's good. And I forgot my car. Oh, forgot to put this guy on. You guys can't see him. I like my soul. My lamp. All right, here we go. I'm here. I am here. Okay. Hello. I'm here. How's everyone doing? Let's see. So I do have it on. Okay. I have a wait list, or a list. I don't want to say a wait list because it's whoever I'm going to do readings for about an hour and a half. I'm limiting it. I was going kind of long the last couple times. So, we're going to try to get through. I don't want to say get through the list because I don't want to seem like it's whatever spirit wants. So, we're going to just allow that to happen. So, yes. Should do it. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, it didn't work. Maybe I got to refresh it. CoughBear. I don't know why it's not working. All right, try it now. Maybe it'll work now. I don't know. I could try it. I don't think it. I don't think the chat's showing up on. Hold on, I don't have the chat on. Showing up on my screen. That's why. Hold on. Oh. Okay. That's why TikTok can't. Okay, there. Now it's working. I think. Maybe. It banned me. No, it didn't ban you. There it goes. Okay, it worked. See, I knew it was something. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm not like, okay, like talking double or whatever. So how's everybody doing? It is Wednesday. I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna try to go through some of the people we're gonna be on for about an hour and a half. Oh, you feel drained, Olivia? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Take some time, relax, do some you time if you can. I mean, it's not always possible, right? Oh yes, so being pregnant, yes, that will do it. Yes, that will do it. Do you know what you're having, Olivia? That's exciting. I waited to see what the sex of the kids were before when they were born. Some people can do it, some people can't. So oh, it's late there in the UK. Yeah, it is. It's like 10 o'clock. It's a girl. Oh, is it your first, Olivia? Oh, it's exciting. A girl. A mini Olivia. I know you don't want to make it exactly like you, but like, oh, you're fourth? Wow. I have 3. So you have done more than that. That's impressive. I don't know if I could do that. Okay. So if you guys want, yeah, 4 minis. Is your 4th daughter? Oh, yeah. That's so funny. It says encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. If you feel compelled, go ahead. I appreciate it if you do. So, but they tell you that stuff on the bottom. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. Let's see. So CoughBear is, I remember your name, Sarah. Sarah, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember people's names when they first tell me their names, but so let's see. Yes. Usually I meet people and then I forget their names as soon as I meet them, when I first meet them. But that's usually in person because, yeah, it's a little different in person, I think. Okay. Let's see. I'll give you a card there, Sarah. Let's see what we got. I got the, okay, let's see. I'll go get a different card deck. Hold on. Let me get this one. I have some that I got for my birthday in March, and I didn't open them yet, so let's see what we got. We got Myths and Mermaids. I don't know. My little mini scissors there. Yeah. Fresh deck. Oracle of the Water. Yeah, I got that for my birthday. I think my daughter got this for me for my birthday. Oh, it's pretty. If I can open it, there we go. Look at that's the front. It's pretty. I don't know if, make sure I can see what's going on with the, oh yeah, forgot to go live on that. See if that works. Okay. It's not really, really working. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I got something else. Yeah, this is fine. All right, I never can go live on Instagram. Okay, here we go, Sarah. I give up on the lives on Instagram. All these are kind of sticky at first, All right. Very sticky. Tale of Mossy Gold. I don't know what that means, but wow. It's really pretty. So I love the greens. I feel like just trying to, I feel like you've been really trying to talk. This is for CoughBear, which is her name's Sarah. Like, try to talk with your heart more. I feel like you've been, I mean, I think you do it normally, but like for the certain, hi Goddess King, how you doing? I feel like for this person, there's been a couple people you've been trying to really make sure you talk from your heart space and make sure you're choosing your words carefully. And that's where I feel like the green for me means like your heart chakra. Yes. Okay. And then I feel like there's the way that you should, because the green mixed with the yellow. I feel like it's like trying to like, it reminds me of like a camouflage, and but then it also gives me the I they they're saying use your words more so. There's a way to say it creative. Oh my gosh, in a creative way, that kind of like camouflages what you really want to say, but not being like passive aggressive, but more, you know what I mean. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like it's more like in a creative way you're putting your point across, that maybe they'll get it better that way. From your heart space. It's just saying it, there's some way of bringing it up without bringing it up. You feel that, yeah. I feel like it's just the creative like way you can. The yellow is this um the other chakras. I think it's sacral. I always get the two mixed up. So solar. I think, yeah, sacral is, I think it's the lowest one. I can't. I'm like having issues with like this. I think it's well, it's the yellow one, the creative one, which I think is the. I can't remember which one. Those two between the heart and the root, I get mixed up. I don't know why, but I feel like it's the creative one is what you're also, I think that just, I think you have a way with words and just soothing people's minds sometimes, and it's knowing that you having the confidence in that will help you too, um, knowing that you're whatever you're saying is coming from love. As long as you feel that, um, you can never go wrong, really, um, because love won't allow you to say something unloving. You know, if it's coming from the heart, and I feel like it's for a sibling, um, like somebody close to your age. I don't feel like you're close to this person. I think there's a male and a female that you want to talk to about this, like in the different reasons. Um, and you thinking about getting, yes? Are you thinking about brother and foster sister? Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Spot on. Okay. Are you thinking about getting a pet or somebody around you? I feel like there's somebody like thinking about getting a dog, like you're going to be visiting. I feel like you're going to see a dog that somebody just got. Um, makes me feel like somebody's getting a dog that's gonna, that you're gonna visit, or maybe it's your. I feel like it's a new, like you're gonna meet one, like that somebody just got or you just got. I don't know. It's like that's what I feel. So, um, no sound detected. All right. So that is what I got for you there. Mother-in-law is in talks. So that's funny. Okay, well, I have a feeling you're gonna go visit, and like I felt like a visit, and then talk to somebody and see somebody. Not talking about stuff like this, but more so, yeah. Um, and you'll visit there and visit just and also visit with her and visit with the dog. So yeah, that's funny. Um, okay, well there you go. I'm trying to give smaller readings because I feel like I'm giving out huge readings later. Every so I'm gonna leave that with you. Thank you for coming again. I appreciate it. Okay, so somebody asked. Let's see, and I'm just gonna go. If you want to put your name on the list, whoever I'm drawn to, I will go to, and I'll try to, sometimes I go down the list. Sometimes I'm going to try to see how we're going to do this. Remove top. So yes, Nikki, message from loved ones, or I can do whatever. So let's see. Thank you, Sarah. So MD Stefins said, your husband died suddenly and you don't know why. Well, the first thing that comes, MD Steffens, is more so like, usually the, I don't want to say the thought, but it is the universe, people, the collective thought that, people in my, I guess, line of work, think is because the reason why they passed away is because they had, their time here was, was done for this life. They learned the lessons and did what they could in this life, and their soul contract was for this life was over. So that's why they moved on. Now, I say that, and that doesn't make anything, it doesn't make it feel better, right? I mean, I know my dad died, and I'm like, why? I feel like he could have done so much more. There wasn't, but it's just knowing that you had that love while they were here and still in your heart for that person, that that they were, it's not why they left. We all have to pass away eventually. We can't, but it's knowing that you had that. It's the why of why do I have so much love for this person that I feel like I can't give it still to that person, and it's not. Oh, from what? You don't have any answers. Oh, okay. Well, um, don't make me laugh. I'm like, well, I don't, but, hmm, I feel like it was more of like something that is pretty rare. I think he passed away, um, from something that I feel like there was like little instances of, um, not, I don't want to say something wrong, but if you think back, there was things that symptoms he had that even the doctors couldn't even, um, like, didn't even like pick up on. So I think it's something that I don't know if you're going to have an autopsy done, or what, but I feel like it's something that he had. It's just very, very rare, and he passed away from it. It makes me feel like it was something like a brain aneurysm or something. That's what I feel like. So I get pressure in my head. I feel I feel like he was in his, I want to say late 40s, but then he's saying early 50s, so it was around there. Um, I don't know if the spirit thing's working, but yeah. 54. Okay. Um, yeah, because when I said late 40s, and then he kind of said 50s, so I want to say brain aneurysm. That did. I'm sorry that didn't. Nobody could give you any answers. But when I said that, what it was, I assumed like he had something wrong. I think, the brain aneurysm, I'm not really sure. I think there's like a bubble that kind of like goes up and then eventually, you know, but I think it's like he had issues like did he have issues with his like blood before that? Like maybe they were thinking like he had clots or anything. Um, so that's why I was thinking maybe, but that's rare for somebody to have when they're 54. Yes. Okay. So that's what I'm, because when I said brain aneurysm, that gave me like goosebumps. Like that's a confirmation. Oh, see, yeah, but then said it wasn't. So yeah, doctors, nobody, we all think they're gods, but they're just humans too. So yeah, so who knows? But that's what Spirit's saying. That it was a brain aneurysm. I'm not saying. I think there was like signs, like I said, that they were talking about, but do you have poodles, MD Stefan? I feel like I don't know why poodles came up. I don't know why. Maybe they're not poodles, but like no, you don't have poodles. Oh, like or did somebody call you poodles? um well, he just said poodles. I don't know what that would be, but no. Like I don't think anybody would call anybody poodles, but you never know. Um yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll see a poodle. I mean, sometimes those are like signs. They give you signs. Maybe when you see poodles, he's that's your sign that he's around. You know, um, sounds odd, but I mean, but he's very much around you. I feel like it was very traumatic. He knows finding. I feel like you found him, and he wants you to know that there's nothing you could have done. I'll leave his love with you, MD Steffens. Oh, you made him go to the ER. Mm-hmm. I just feel like you found him some. Yeah, it's like you, and it's like he knows how stressful and traumatic this whole thing has been. So, all right, MD Steffens. Thank you for coming, and I'm sorry about my heart goes out to you, your loss, and yeah. Okay, Susan. Ah, sure. I'll do messages for Susan. If you guys, I don't know if it's working, but if you put hashtags or not hashtags, exclamation spirit, I think it might go up. Let me try it myself and see if it works. Yeah, you do that, and then I think if you type anything else, it might not allow you, but you can go on the list. But I'm not saying, you know. So Sarah, what did I say? Susan. There you go. Susan. Let's do Susan. Susan. Now about an hour from now, whatever. It's an hour. I'm not, if I can't get to you, I'm sorry, but I gotta stop in an hour. So that's like 6:45 my time. So that's an hour, like hour and 10 minutes from now. So, all right, Susan. We got the Sacred Forest Oracle. Dragon Spirit. That's what it's showing you. That's your card, Susan. Let's see. So Susan, yeah, it is pretty. I feel like you've been allowing things to kind of grab your attention and bring you to it, which is good. I feel like your intuition, you've been following your intuition. I feel like more so though, it's like just kind of going throughout your day and you've been really paying attention to things. I feel like you've been like at a store or out, or if this hasn't happened yet, I feel like what I'm seeing is hold on a second. I got somebody on Facebook trying to do something. Ugh. Hold on, I'm sorry. Got somebody like, I hate that. Facebook has so many people that just do that. Like, I don't know why. I feel like you're gonna, so Susan, I feel like you're gonna go and go to a store and you'll see like we call those like flyers or whatever in a window, and it'll make you like feel like you should go do something, stuff like that. Um, hold on, I'm sorry. This is brr. She probably blocked me already or something. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry. All right, here we go. Alrighty. So yes, we I feel like you're just been like doing that. Like I feel like you've been trying to just be present and you're paying more attention to just the little like details around you more so. Is my thought. And definitely a male in spirit around you. That's true. Okay. I feel like there's definitely a male spirit around you. And I feel like he's got dark hair. And I was going to say that he had no glass. I didn't feel like he had glasses, but then he showed me black rimmed glasses, not thick, but they're, you can tell they're black rimmed, and have black rims around them. And I feel he's got the guy with the black rim glasses have more of a just brown hair. If he's trying to tell me like he wears those sometimes or not, but I feel like this is like, I felt like one of them was a father and one of them was more of a like a husband or a boy, and I don't know if the father is telling me about your husband, if your husband's still alive. I feel like so I feel like there's this man, and I feel like it's like a father figure, and he's showing me, I'm getting the feeling of love, but not towards him as much, but he's showing me with this other man, and I just feel like approval, if that makes sense. Like he understands the love that you have, and it just gives me the sense of just like he's happy for you. That makes sense. Okay. I'm glad it makes sense, because I'm like trying to like, it's like Rosetta Stone for like with people in spirit. Sometimes you're trying. That makes sense. I got all goosebumps when I saw it. I was like, okay, good. But it just seems very happy. I feel like the man in spirit's really it's an odd situation, but yes. Okay. Well, you don't have to go into it, Susan. It's, as long as it's for you, for your heart. You don't have to explain to us, but if you feel compelled, you can, but you don't have to. Um, but I feel like he that's what he's expressing. feel like the man in spirit did pass away. Um, from I feel like it was like a felt like a heart attack. Or you want to know if he approves? Oh, I'm dealing with a loved one's estate. Oh, okay. Well, it makes sense. Well, he does approve. Okay. I feel like he passed away with a heart attack. Um, this made me feel like in the chest area. And I don't know. It's interesting because before you said all that about a loved one's estate, did he have art? Like, did he have like? Makes me feel like he had like like art, paintings. I don't know. He's showing me. He was showing me like a frame. Like when I was talking about eyeglass frames too. He was. I feel like he was showing me a frame of some sort. You have his glasses too. Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay. Yeah. I feel like he was talking about a frame for a picture or something. Um. So. Oh. Well, he proves. So that's what I got. I don't. Not art, but maybe frames. Like, yeah, maybe that's what I was. Maybe when I heard frames, maybe he's still talking about his glasses. But I thought he had like some type of like. Did maybe he just made like. I wonder if he did dabble in some type of art himself. Um, like he liked, not like stuff he hung on the wall, but more photog. Okay, all right, makes sense. He was showing me like, all right, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like you've been big into photography. Okay, yeah, because I feel like it was just like he really, the way. Well, he said frame, so maybe like like the way he framed it, like so many ways of. But it made me feel like it's something that he would take pictures that really like would resonate with him and his soul. And I feel like you've been looking at some of those and kind of having that kind of like, oh, I can see why he took this picture. And he really appreciates that you've sometimes taken. I feel like you've been busy, but sometimes you've taken the time just to look at these and kind of reflect. And he's happy you're doing that. Yes. Okay. He's saying one thing he wants to tell you is not to. I feel like he's showing me like he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. Like he's. I feel like he's saying to you, which makes me feel the way he's indicating is that don't do all this alone. I feel like he wants you to not have too much worry about all around all of it. You know, it's just stuff. I feel like it's just like I feel like he's just saying like he doesn't want you to stress over it. Like because I was feeling like like oh like you feel like you got the world on of weight on your back. So there you go, Susan. He's just like kind of like hey, this is this isn't the biggest in the whole grand scheme of things. Well, he knows now that um this doesn't matter as much as it should. You're welcome, Susan. Thank you. I'm glad we will give you that insight that he does approve. That's pretty cool. That always surprises me. It's very. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's see. We have Courtney is on the list. I'll take her from the list. And then yes, Ashley, I think you put your name on the list, so we'll see. I'll get you. I'll get to you. Don't worry. Hi, Courtney. Courtney. Hope you're doing well. feel like you've been kind of meh today. I don't know if that's true. You're welcome, Ash. 100%. Yeah. I just felt like kind of like I wanted to say sad, but then it was like I just felt kind of meh. Like, um, I feel like you have somebody. I feel like it's a brother, but I don't feel like he's in spirit. But I feel like you've been worried about him, and I feel like you've been like kind of voicing out loud. Feels like a brother, but I feel like you've kind of been voicing out loud your concern, like you're like talking to somebody in spirit that used to help you deal with this. Um, Hi Joanne, how you doing? Sure, Elaine. I think I can get to you. I got an hour of readings that I'm going to be doing, so just do exclamation point spirit, and then you'll go on the list, and so that's interesting. Okay, so Courtney says interesting. So we'll just see if I can feel like what we're going to. I didn't even pull you a card. What the heck? Let's do healing. I feel like there's healing. So I feel like so if you don't have a brother, it might be a person who feels like, a brother, or feels like you're a sister to him. I feel like there's so many I feel like it's a grandma that usually would talk to. Feels like a grandma. Um Kind of like a mentor that you would talk to and say, I which I feel like was your grandma, or a person that resembles a grandma. I hate saying that, but like, not everybody everybody even though you're not blood, sometimes you feel that way. um I feel like she would help, not help, but you could bounce off ideas of how you're like talking, um to um how to like deal with the situation. There's just a situation that you're dealing with, and it's just been kind of a headache. I feel like he's been one spirit guide one way. So I feel like you've been using, I don't know, that one's weird. I don't know what about that one, but it's connecting to especially one of your guides a lot, which I feel like is like I mean, like, I feel like even past loved ones can become guides, but I feel like I don't feel like your grandma's a guide in particular, but I feel like this one guide has been like I see the sprinkling. I feel like it's like sprinkling down like ideas, or just like clues that, hey, you're not alone, you can ask for help. um it is a beautiful card, yeah. Like I feel like just asking for help. And I feel like it's, when it says one way, it doesn't make me feel like it's like, no, it's not one way. I mean, we do kind of interact back and forth. I feel like sometimes people do, it's giving me the feeling like some, spirit saying like sometimes we do feel like it's one way, like we're talking to just them and they're not talking back, but they are sprinkling down the like signs to you to show you that they're there. You have been, okay, guidance recently, move forward, and I feel like they have been sprinkling it to you. Like, I mean, like, I feel like it's not like in your face, which I feel like is what you want, but it's like they're sprinkling it like little like breadcrumbs to you, because they're not there to, you know make you do it. They want you have free will, so they're just giving you the tools and some things. And um oh, it's been I love, yeah, that's amazing when spirit does show that, and it really does. It just can be, it feels like, how is this possible? But it does, the signs really do. When they start showing them to you, when you ask, they will give them to you, and they'll give them to you plenty. Yeah, I have. um but I just, I think it's now that you've gotten the signs, feel their love, and you know that they're there. It's just having that next step of going. I think it's just that unknown that is happening, um, in your own mind, and the fear of moving forward. Um, it's looking at why, what is causing the the plateau, you know. Um, yeah, you completely agree. Yeah, because I think a lot of what we do here, I mean, we have to. It's great to talk to spirit, but they don't pay our bills. It could be like, yeah, I could meditate for hours, but that's not gonna not gonna make money doing that, right? I mean, at least I'll be enlightened, and and go within, and aware, but you still have to eat and house and all that. I think it's that fear of this world, that the survival that we have to do, that is has to be put in context. Sometimes we do, like, hold things in bigger aspect of fear, more than they should be, because really, I mean, think of the things you feared before, and nothing. I think it's all about your perception of how your reality, it's the unknown, and knowing that everything will be okay in the end. I mean, as long as you're living through your own heart, like heart space. It's just all at your heart space. Yeah, perspective flips on it. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, agree. Yeah, you're welcome, Courtney. Yeah, yeah. It's hard because, like, even when you do feel it, and then you get that, it's like, it's that the mind will come in, and then be like, well, what about this? And that's when you got to go, well, what about it? What about it? You can do that for years. And it's just, you just gotta go, I don't care. I don't care. Literal, it is. It's. I feel like too. It's like, you have to be your own mother or father, and what would you tell your child if you had it? If you had a child, or um, you know, about the situation, you would tell them, you would comfort them and tell them, go for it, right? Um, but when we talk to ourselves, we don't talk to ourselves like we do other people. We're more judgmental of ourselves, and I think, it's looking at, when you talk, doing that, to then go, well, what would I tell a friend? So, all right, Courtney, you'll do it. I believe, but rest. Do what you gotta do. You can't just push yourself, all the time too. You gotta take time. It's important. Alrighty. You're welcome, Courtney. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. And let me see. Who we got next? We got Tiffany. And let's see. I think Elaine couldn't get her name on, but that's okay. Elaine, I know you're there. All right, Tiffany. I think I'm saying your name right. Hello. Let me remove this. Remove your name. Hi, Ashley. Ashley, you're next after Tiffany. So, all right. Let's see. I got the archangels, Tiffany, if that's okay. If you're really against that, let me know. But um, let's see. That's I was like, I don't know why I thought about that the other day. I was like, some people really don't like angels. Huh. I used to be kind of that way. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm like, they're just like guides. They're just names. Okay. Faith, moving mountains, trust in your ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming possible. So, the color, the color gold really, um, well, it's her necklace, really. I mean, like all the gold right here, just really made me feel. It makes me feel like you've been. Have you been told, or are you doing it right now? Like, I feel like there's these meditations you can do where you bring in like this golden light from like the earth, and I've done them. I do them. And you allow that to kind of, you kind of like, first you allow this white light to go through, and it goes through your chakras, and then it goes down. You have roots that go down all the way down to the earth, and then you say hi to Mother Gaia. I'm saying it in a very general way. You have in the past, not recently. Okay. I feel like they're showing me the gold, and I feel like, and then you bring up that golden light and you allow it. I feel like it just is something to do with the energy you're feeling now. Um it's making me feel like there it would be good and beneficial to you. I think it's something to do with just like things that you've been picking up. We call them energy vampires, we call them whatever. I feel like that you're just, I don't think it's somebody like horrible in your life, but I feel like it's more of something that's happening around you that you're like taking in. Um, and it's kind of affecting you. So I feel like just allowing yourself to have that kind of clearing out yourself would help. Yes. Okay. Um, and especially when you're around that situation and you're feeling it, just, I like to put up a bubble and kind of like just kind of breathe, like kind of take a breath and kind of be like, this isn't meant for me, like thought process, um, because I think it's can really get, I feel like really get wrapped up in the emotion of it, and it can be overwhelming for you, and just kind of like draining you. I feel like it's something you have to do though. I don't feel like it's something like you can get away from. Um, and I don't feel like you want to, but um, I feel like it has to do with a couple things. I feel like it has to do with your work, and I think it also has to do with your family. What's happening with your family right now? I think there's somebody in your family that's having a really tough time, and you've been trying to be there for them. And I feel like there's somebody in spirit. I feel like a female. I feel like it's a guide, but um, it also feels like, I just feel like they feel very feel a lot of compassion for you, and feel bad that you're having to deal with this. It feels like a guide, but then I also feel so I feel a guide, and then I also feel another woman with the guide. It feels like a mother figure. Okay, I'm right. Okay. And I don't know if that the reason why that person on earth is feeling bad, it's because that person passed away and you're trying to help them through it, but you're also dealing with it too. Makes me feel like there's a lot going on. So, and they're just it's amazing. I asked a present from spirit and they gave me the biggest, this is huge, like I feel like it's a huge daisy bush like of flowers for you, Tiffany. And okay, maybe it's your grandma. Sometimes with the, does she have daisies at her house? I feel like it's white daisies, and it's just like she gave me like the biggest. It just showed that to me to give to you. So so I feel like that's a present from spirit to you. But you love flowers, okay? So yeah, she just gave it was huge. Like she's just, you know, and I feel like um both of them, your guide and mother figure could be your, it's probably your grandma, because if you feel like your grandma is like a mom to you, um it just felt like I feel like she passed away from just general old age. I don't have a feeling of like, if I don't think there was anything like in particular, but this woman. So um well, I'll leave their love with you, Tiffany. Thank you for waiting and coming alive and let me read you. I I just feel like they're taking care of your mom and brother. Okay. Is your mom? Oh, does your mom have dementia? Because sometimes moms, if you have, not moms, but people have dementia, I'll get them and feel like they're in spirit. Your grandmother did. Okay. All right. All right. So it is your grandma then. Okay. Just wanted to put that out there in case it was sometimes yeah, people with dementia, they're kind of half in, half out. So I'll get that. But and I feel like she was just really especially they were just like saying how selfless this is that you're doing. So it makes sense when you said you're taking care of your mom and brother. Yeah, makes sense. It just feels like very, like just so considerate, and the work you're doing is just, the thing, taking care of them really is important. So okay, thank you, Tiffany. All right, Ashley, it is your turn. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? You feel that way, Tiffany? Yeah, that's why I just feel like I felt like that. Just that. It's just the work is important. Yeah, what you're doing, that helping them. So, Ashley, I got some fairy cards. How's that? We'll do fairies. Fairies. You liking, guys can tell people about the live. I appreciate if you do that. And what else? They usually tell me. Oh, if you ever want private readings, I do private readings too. So you can always just message me. I, I, or if you want to leave me a review on Facebook or Google, I appreciate that too. It's not necessary, but just saying, always nice to do energy exchanges. All right, here we go. Ashley. Wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Oh, thank you, Tiffany, very much. Okay, so that's for you, Ashley. And I feel like Ashley, for you, I feel like you're a very old soul, but I also, that's what's first and foremost that I got from the card from you. And then also that there's something, there's a dynamic between you and animals. I feel like you really do communicate with animals really well. Um, there's it's just like I feel like you can look at them and it's like an inner knowing of um the of just of what they're feeling and what's kind of what the dynamic that's happening inside them. You do with you okay, you 100% have an old soul, yes. Yes, I do with animals, and I don't know I've had that this weird gift thing. Yeah, I feel like it is it don't it's not weird at all. I feel like you do I feel like there's just something about it. That's why I was just like reflecting. Like it's just something about um I just feel like you really understand. It's like some people can really relate to children or really relate to seniors or whatever, and I feel like you really can like look at um them and just you can feel. I think it's something to do with well, it's part of spirit saying it's what's inside your heart. I feel like you have this I say innocence, but it's like a this raw feeling of of um of pure love, like what animals have. Um, oh, you see things and feel things that people don't see or feel. Okay, yeah. Well, it's like a gift that you should like, go and I feel like it is more so something you should like um pursue. If you want it. I think it's it's just working a muscle because once you start working it more, it'll come. I'm sure it feels like it does already come naturally to you. It's just that you just I think you're more comfortable not. I think some things that you see and feel you don't want to see or feel, and I feel like and you're like, why are they showing me that? And I think it's like spirit like will, if you give them the guidelines and the boundaries and say I don't want to see certain things. um I feel like there's a fear there, and I think that a lot of that fear can be um based off of okay, yeah, see, yeah, I feel like it's like a yeah, the church wise they say it's prophecy. To me it's just what I know. I'll know something that I shouldn't. Well, I don't think it's something you shouldn't. I think I think the church, it's hard with the church because like yeah, I mean, I don't, if you're over in the UK, you might be um they don't want you talking about, the future, but I think really what is the future? It's all about, it's all time is made up. It's made up. It's like everything is happening right now. Time is an illusion. It's not really, it's what we did so we can like count, really. So we can like tell like I don't know, humans made it up. It's not really a thing. So it's really just for our brains to like understand the world really, and how we live in it. So since the loss of my best friend brother-in-law, so I've been off. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I think it's just with loss and also having that it's it's harder even more so because like I knew when my before my dad passed that he was going to pass. And I knew a month or I I knew like when he found out a year before he passed away. So it's like I knew and I had sensed it in my own body and I didn't really understand it at the time. So it is hard, especially if you're going through this awakening. I didn't really awaken until like and really start going into the work until after he passed. Because I had that experience and it can be really hard when you have these abilities and you're losing people around you. So, but also it's reassuring because you can, I can still talk to him and I know that he's there and um, gives me signs and stuff. And I feel like um, it's just being, just even though it doesn't make it any easier. So, but I feel for you. It's just working through the not being kind to yourself and not be like, well, I should be fine with this because I know how all this. No, just we so um I feel like you have a necklace from them, Ashley. It feels like it's not like a chain. It's not like a metal one though. I feel like it's more of like a like glass beads or something. And I feel like it's made out of beads, like of some sort. And they're just showing that to me. I feel like it might be from your best friend. I feel like you made him. It was made. That makes sense. Oh, he got it from Deployment Turkey. Okay. There you go. Okay. Well, you're showing that to me, and I feel like you've been like making. I feel like you've been holding on to it or something, like, or looking at it recently, and he was just expressing that, and I feel like an upset stomach. You have it on now, and never took it off. Oh, yeah. I feel like you've been if just like because I was like going like this. I feel like you've been kind of like rubbing it, and I feel like you have been having an upset stomach. I feel like you've been having issues with your tummy. Um, I don't know if he would tell you to drink certain tea or something like that, but I feel like that's what I'm getting he's telling me that you should drink something to make yourself feel better. Uh, and I feel like you and your I feel like you've been trying to get together with your sister to I feel like you've been having issues trying to get together with your sister for some reason. And I feel like it's long overdue and I feel like they're they're like indicating that there's some comfort you guys could give to each other. Something like that. It was like with the I feel like that might be the brother-in-law talking. She moved after he passed. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like should have been comfort. It was like an issue with that, and like you should have been comforting each other, and like, and I feel like he's expressing that. I think there was like a loss of being able to do that together, and I think that might have been because she just wanted to kind of just shut down and a little bit. Um, I just don't think I think she just doesn't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like the emotions of it. She's trying to like limit it. Does that make sense? I mean, some people deal with things differently. Um, after him having been well, so don't know how to help each other. Yeah, that's so true. But I think it's just not even just helping each other, but just kind of like just the whole coming together will help in general. Not doing anything really, but just being um together. But yeah, with her gone, maybe just eh, maybe it's not physically together, but like just reaching out to each other just to say hi, and it's not like you have to hold that space for her, but yeah, um because you guys got to give each other room to grieve and do it, not take on other people's, and but yeah, I don't want you to have to do that. Oh, good, she's coming down. Okay, yeah, maybe that's what he's saying. I feel like you should get together. So, all right, Ashley, I'm sorry for your loss, and hope you have a nice time with your sister when she comes. And I think once you've, this, I think once things start like calming down, um, you'll know when it's time to start facilitating that and going a little bit more into whatever, um, with your gift. And I think just feeling it though too is like the unconditional love of knowing, and knowing that there's this higher. It's just the knowing of, everybody has this gift. It's just some people are able to access it easier than others at first. So um it's a muscle really. So I think it just is good that you want to go. It's a good feeling. I don't know how to explain it. There you go, Ashley. Well, thank you too, so much for waiting. Okay. All right, Rhonda, you have a question? I think Joanne's on, and she's on the list here, but I can see if I can see if I think she's here. I think Joanne's still here. If she is, then I will. But Rhonda, you said for a couple weeks, everyone I saw had 6 fingers. Any idea what that could mean? Is the number, I don't know, is the number 6 your number? Um, Rhonda, because like if you're, there's something that I feel like they might be telling you. Like they said, like when I was like, "Is that your number?" And I was like, "It's the sixth sense." I don't know, like what? That's like okay, we don't need puns right now. Like, I feel like that was my dad coming in. Well, it is the sixth sense. Like, sorry. It just felt like it feels like it's like, oh, it's like I feel like my dad just came in and said that in my head, and I'm like, why did you have to do that right now? Like it's a sixth sense. Like, God. It made me feel like count your blessings. Like, you always have, like, you always, like, instead of like counting them, I mean, like, there's more than what we can count on our fingers. It's making me feel like like people are like, I have this one, I have this, and it made me feel like sh- no matter how many fingers you have, you're always going to be grateful for and I feel like that's that gratefulness that you. Oh, you also had a vision. Someone told me to shift angel about the same time. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel like it's more like just, is there something about being grateful in the gratitude, I think, is has a lot to do with it. Because I feel like normally people will count their chickens before they're hatched, right? And then things that come in from spirit. But it's like, like it's interesting because like you should be grateful for anyone that does have, I mean, when they do, it's like being just, yeah, I feel like that, you are, and I feel like it's just kind of like showing that no matter all the stuff that you have that to be grateful for, there's always something more that you are, that you're going to remember that you are. So I think that's a good thing. um did I give you a card? I don't know if I did. Magical Getaway, I got two of them all of a sudden like popped out. um Takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. And then it says, wait for winter. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. I don't know. That's what I got. But I feel like it's like spring and winter, huh? But yeah, I feel like they're just expressing to you that they know that you are. I think a lot of people don't feel grateful and aren't very do count everything as like, oh, this is how much I have and this is what I got to do. And I think it's knowing that you do that, and then it's just spirit giving you that confirmation that you know that angels are with you. I feel like they're around you and just appreciative of the work you're doing. I feel like when I say the work you're doing, I feel like it's just living your life true to who you are. And I think that's the best thing, that's what we're here for. Makes sense. My dad, whom has passed, told me I have to go back to school. Wow. Wow. It's only if you want to. Yeah. It's what you live your life for you and to who you are. Yeah. Not for everybody else. Yep. All right, Rhonda. Thank you. Can I have a reading about my path to fashion school? Any significant advice? Okay. Sure. Yvonne, after I'm done reading Ange here, then I'll read you. Is that all right? I know it's late over there. I think Yvonne was first, but I'll give Yvonne a card reading first. She did it. My screen went weird all of a sudden over there. All right. Then I'll give you a reading, Ange. Thank you, Brendan. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. All right, Yvonne. Hello. How you doing? I don't know if Joanne's here, but because I think she put her name on, then she had to go. But also, if Joanne comes back, we'll do that. Well, she can be after Ange. Okay. After the wonderfully named, beautiful name, Ange. I love your name. All right, Yvonne, you ready? All right. How you doing? Did you enjoy your time in Scotland? Yeah, Scotland, right? All right. I got the Celtic spirit, and I just Aang from the Avatar. Oh no, like probably because I call myself Ange sometimes. It's funny. Avatar. I remember that. All right, Yvonne. Oh no. Okay, Brandon. Well, I'll let you know in a little bit. Hi, Albert. How you doing? You're Angie too. Yeah. Well, I go by, well, my original name is Angela, but that's my, but I go by Angie because I'm not that you know formal. I'm not that fancy. I call myself Angela. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like me. I have to check Facebook really quick because I think it seems like the bots are on force here on Facebook. Oh my goodness me. I just saw something on Facebook. So Yvonne, how you doing? Can give you a reading quick. And yeah, again. All right. I don't know what's going on with this. Some type of weird. Okay. Sorry. Your Angelica saying your name is too fancy. Yeah, it's too fancy. Okay. Yvonne. Oh, I'm glad you got me too. I'm going to be on Prism of Light tomorrow, which is the Facebook. I'm not going to be on TikTok, but I'll be on Prism of Light Facebook group. If you guys want to join, I'll be on there. It's a really nice private group. And they're at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, 10 o'clock p.m. UK time. So they have mediums on there. I'm on every couple weeks. So give free readings for an hour on Facebook. So the pentagram, Yvonne, protection, balance, unity. Oh, okay. What is it called? It's called Prism of Light. I'll write it down. It's a Prism of Light, and I think it's Prism of Light online. I don't know if I put and that's on Facebook. It's on I don't know. I guess since all the I'll put it up there. I don't know if they'll I think it'll work. Oh jeez. I did it wrong. Sorry, Yvonne. I keep on going wrong. I keep on pressing the wrong thing. Yeah. Okay. I believe that will show up. Yeah. I don't know. So, oh, I put a link. Why is that their link's working, but not mine? Okay. Well, whatever. These people like posting links on my Facebook, but I can't post links. Whatever. Oh, you found it. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Yvonne, so the pentagram, protection, balance, unity. I feel like there is like I feel like there is protection around you right now. I feel like you've been putting it around yourself. And I feel like it has to be done because I feel like you're trying to guard your heart a little bit. Yeah, I'm seeing oh, Joanne. Oh, I saw your comments. I saw your comment before. Oh, okay. I didn't see it earlier. Okay. Well, you're after Ange, Joanne. All right. Sorry about that. I didn't see him, I guess. So the pentagram, Yvonne, is I just feel like you're trying to like make sure that you're not gonna get hurt. And I feel like there's been a lot of like thinking lately. Yeah, your mom is helping. I believe that. Yeah, it felt like it was like a lot. I feel like there's a lot of thinking. I feel like it's to the point where you're like thinking too much, and it's starting to like you're getting like I don't want to say you're getting a headache, but it feels like just a lot going on, and I just feel like wanting to breathe and just have tea and just like not have to think about stuff. And I feel like that's important for you right now. Like just to like Yeah, health issues. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like I feel like there's no room to breathe for you, and it's getting too much, and it's good that you're putting that around. And I feel like there's a hardening of it too, because I think it is really sad, and it's that's it for to a T. Yeah. Okay. I feel like it's so sad that it's like, okay, to be able to deal with this, you're having to like put that up so that way you can to deal with it. Otherwise, I feel like you might crumple a little bit, you know? It makes me feel like it's like if you don't harden yourself a little bit, it's gonna, it's like you don't have time to to do that. And it's just I feel like your mom saying, love, there's so much that you're going through right now. I wish I was there for you. Physically. Like she's like that's what she's indicating. I feel like she's saying love, love. I don't know if she called you love. But she's like, love, I'm sorry that I'm not there right now to help you through this. And then she says that in the next breath she's saying, but you are so strong, and I feel like she's like showing like this is going to be like a little pinprick or a blip that is going to eventually. She called you flower. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you just like really wanted to, like she's just, it's just that the way she's expressing it is just in like so heartfelt, and just wanting you to know that it's gonna be more of a moment in time. I don't have a feeling. I don't know if it's because whatever's going on is gonna, isn't gonna last long. I don't, you know. Well, she's not surprised how strong, because she knows how strong you are, and I think that's why she was indicating when she did say like she's sorry she's not there. She was saying like, but you're stronger. You're a strong person, and you're gonna be able to get through this, and um, just having the right frame of mind, and not going down the per, the proverbially, I don't know, I can't even say the word that's in my head, that the hole that usually happens when things start happening like this, and just like whatever happens, and it's for a reason. And as hard as that is just to stomach, because people are in pain, and things are happening, and but um oh, yeah, yeah, you're her girl. Yeah. Yeah, like, she might have called you a flower, but your roots are, which are delicate, but your roots are definitely made of steel, like definitely. I do feel like you're a delicate flower on the outside, but inside you have the fortitude and the resolve, definitely. You're still contract and learning. Yeah, you did choose to deal with all this, unfortunately. Ah. So, all right. She's showing me a white rose. I feel white rose. Uh, I feel like a tulip too. You're welcome, Yavon. Sorry. I'll leave her love with you. Thanks for coming. I know it's always late there when I come on. Okay, so Ange is next, and then I will go, and if Joanne's here, which I think she is, I don't know why I'm not getting her messages, but I saw it later. um, then we'll do that. Okay. Okay. I hope you had fun, Yvonne, in Scotland at least. Or a little bit. That's some fun. Oh. Oh. Let's see, Yvonne. I want to get you the Oracle of Mermaids. 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 Oh, you're welcome, Yvonne. Yeah, it was just a white rose. It's interesting because I said rose, and then it made me think of a white tulip too. Like I like a rose, and then I saw a tulip. So I don't know if. Oh, you live in Scotland. Oh, you were saying you're going to Scotland. I thought maybe you're traveling over there before that. Yeah. I don't know. You're saying something about like traveling. I guess maybe you're traveling earlier. There you go. Okay. Well, it's a beautiful place. I've never been, but seen it on TV. And all right, so Ange, and I think there's Joanne and Brendan is here too. So all right, Ange. All right, Ange. So you have arrival, a journey. Okay, I can't read it because a journey ends, establishment, building, settled. All right, Ange. I feel like well, yeah, you asked me a question about something. What did you ask me about? You asked me about architect school, or was it fashion school? I said architect because I saw the word building. But we path to fashion school. Okay, so because it was interesting when I got this card and I was like reading it, and then I totally forgot what you asked me, but now what had come was made me feel like you ventured out on your own. Um, makes me feel like just recently, like, and I feel like um makes me feel like I don't know. It makes me feel like you're feeling like you kind of belong there at the school, or I feel like you're feeling like you would, or you are. I feel like a sense of feeling of belonging, but then I get a sense of that there's this drive to do it, but then you're worried about what is going to happen later. Like, are you going to make any money? Is this really worth? I feel like there's like other conditioning and things coming out at at you. Another Angie. Oh, you want to move to the UK to attend? Okay, because that's interesting. Because I did, yes, money wise, yeah. I feel like there's like an issue with that. I think there's a lot of talk. I think there's a lot of people have been talking to you about all this. And hi, Angie, another Angie. It's a gathering of the Angies today. um, and so I feel so, and I don't know if you were on when I was talking about this, but it's like when you feel drawn to something. Yeah, Angie Club. When you feel drawn to something and your soul, wants it. Like I feel like it's like it's hard because we try to live intuitively and stuff like that, but you still gotta like make money and have a house and so I think if it, I think it's if it really sings to your heart and that is your heart song, that will be something that will be with you, and it gives me chills like forever. If it that I feel like that's what this is. I feel like this is what you I don't think this is something that is just like, oh, I want to do this. And I think it's more of this is your heart song of life. And I think if you don't do it, there's gonna be I'm not saying you're gonna be resentful, but there is always going to be that what if, and why live your life with what ifs. I got a hat. Thank you. I don't know why I got a hat. Thank you. Well, thank you, Angela, for all that. It's funny. Why go through? I think I think if you want to do it and you really have that, you will find a way to do it. Oh, you want to be financially free? Well, yeah, while in school. Yeah, I mean, now if you there's just like this feeling of like, why put parameters around it? Because it's like only want to do this if you know and I feel like it's you do what you can, and if it works out that way, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think it's like it's whatever is drawing you to it is important, at least stable. Yeah, I mean it if you could, that'd be great. But I think if you can't, you can't. And I think it's the universe saying, this is your heart song. This is what you feel like you want to do, and I feel like, yeah, it's not. You don't want to live your life thinking of what ifs. And I think that's not what you came here to do. You came to do so, and you have that drive and all that. And I think there's, it's like, why are you concentrating on the financial part of it? Is because, are you worried? Is there something else you're fearing that is causing you to like glom onto that part of it? It's stuff like that. Just like, it's like, just take out, like, say it doesn't work out. At least you did it. You know, don't allow your ego to drive what you do. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but like, what if it doesn't work out and you don't make money or whatever? So, yeah. Um, oh, yeah. I mean, once you've done that, yeah, it's hard, but you're, you've done it, you don't want to go back, but at the same time, I feel like you've been through it, so you understand how not to, you know, and how to pinch pennies. I've been in, grew up poor, so, um, yeah. You're welcome, Ange. I think it's that it's a it's that soul knowing, yeah, that lantern in the forest just guiding you, and I think it's good to be sure that you're not, and that you're not allowing the other things around you to like kind of go, oh no, what if you make a mistake? It's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to make mistakes. It's okay. All right. I'm excited for you. I don't know. I just really feel like I think it's so important. It makes me feel it's very important. I think there's like even charity work that you're gonna do later on. Makes me feel like clothe other people for um yeah. I don't know if you repurpose some things sometimes, and then I feel like you're just gonna really help a lot of people feel confident again. you know all right, Ange. Repurpose fashion. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's yeah, like the thrift storing and repurposing it and making it new and for other people, and so they feel confident in themselves and can, yeah, that's amazing. Oh, yeah, feeling a lot of amazing work there. All right, Joanna, I know you're there. I see you. I do see you. Okay. I do see your messages. thank, thank you for coming, Ange, and I hope people don't call you Ang anymore, because that's horrible. I find that horrible. All right. Thank you for coming in it, and thank you for that. All right. And then I'm going to do Joanne because she's on, and then I'm going to do think Brandon, and then Angela. Oh, thank you, Ange. That's nice of you. So Joanne is on, and she said, I think she's on. All right, I'll just read you. I'll just read her. She says she's here, but then, yeah. All right. You have beautiful energy too, Ange. All Angies do. I'm like, I have a best friend named Angela. She doesn't go by Angie, but she has great energy too. So, all right. Always. Yeah. All right. So I'll do Joanne if Joanne's here. Oh my gosh! I got like 100. Wow, you guys really went crazy. I hit my total gift goal for things. It's crazy. All right. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you for all the gifts. I would appreciate it. All right. Let's see. I see you, Joanne. I see you. All right. Gratitude for the past. So I'm going to give you that, and then I'm going to show it to you in a second, and then let's see. Oh, all right. So I got the precious present moment. That was second. And then the first one was gratitude for the past. No, I don't know why. I guess I just didn't see it before. Oh, yeah. I think it's because, you know what? My messages are kind of weird because they're not. Oh, I see why. It's because they're showing up as whatever they call it. You know how Facebook does that. They change them. I didn't see it earlier. Oh, I gotta. Okay. I wasn't getting them by. You're after Ange, like Joanne. All right. Sorry about that. I didn't see it. They were the way they weren't so in live chat. They were just Yavon like whatever, an overview. So that's why. I just feel like you're trying to like. Yavon said, "Born and bred, come over." Oh, I should have. I should go to Scotland. All right. You're after Ange, like so, Joanne. Sorry about that. I didn't see it. I feel like you've been like they weren't in live chat. They were just doing an overview. So that's why. Hold on. I feel like you're trying to like. Yavon said, "Born and bred, come over." Oh, I should have. I should go to Scotland. All right. You're after Ange, like so, Joanne. Sorry about that. I didn't see it. I feel like you've been like they weren't in live here. Okay. I feel like I feel like you've been doing like I want to say sigil work. Does that make sense? And where I think I'm not into Reiki, but it makes me feel like you've been healing through those. Like, I feel like I'm seeing you drawing them like different symbols, and it's like you've done that in the past, but you haven't been doing that as much lately, if that makes sense. And then I feel like you should be doing that more. I feel like it's for somebody that you know that is not feeling well. I feel like it's more just doing some Reiki on them. I know you do readings, Joanne, but I don't know if you do Reiki. But it makes me feel like you should be doing that for that person. And I think really like instead of I think there's a lot to do with like the passive healing for you, like doing more passive healing where you're just kind of like sitting in the power and just allowing the healing energy to come out of you and towards the other person. And I feel like that's more of a becoming more of a calling lately. You do spiritual healing. Okay. Is that becoming more of a calling lately than um it has in the past? Or was it so I feel like it's like coming back to it. I don't feel like you had done it in the past. You stopped, you started doing other things, and then you're like it's like a coming back to it. Like it's like something that you originally started doing the work with, and then you ended up um doing other things, and then I feel like it's like coming back to home, you know? Um you do send okay. Absent healing all the time. Have you I feel like you might have not been feeling as well yourself. Not as much like more so just energy wise. I feel like I don't feel like you had a cold or anything like that, but more so like you just energy wise. I feel like you were kind of feeling you weren't like understanding where it was coming from. You didn't feel like it was your like things you were healing or something like that. It was more so just um or things you had to work through yourself. I feel like you were like, kind of reacting in different ways, and not just you're like, where's this coming from? And I feel like it was just because you needed like some time away and to reset. That's what it makes me feel. I feel like you needed some time just to kind of okay, 100%. Yeah, 109% drained. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I feel like it's just like it wasn't like anything to do with so when you get drained, you get kind of well, I do. I get crabby. So like you're for human. But like I'm not saying that's what you did, but I feel like you felt like you weren't being your presenting yourself and being present as often as you wanted. Um and so you're like I got to really, you know, I think it's that self-care that we have to make sure we do in this work and just yeah, 100% need to recharge. I don't know, still seeing like the symbols, like you're drawing something, and I feel like I feel like that's like, um, feel like it's like a drawing with a pencil or like a mandalas, what are those things that I have a hard time saying them, but like those things that have the not just symbols, but oh, kind of, I guess, where you have like a circle and then they have the, like it's all like symmetrical. I feel like that would, I feel like you've been doing something like that, artistic wise, or they're just showing me that. I don't know if you have been thinking about doing that, but I feel like it would just really is like a way of um just something artistic that you've been, you know, feeling the doing they're showing. Um I just feel like that would really like just just kind of like get your creativity, and then also like doing something for you, and it's like creating at the same time, and it's not it's like it's it's taking yourself out of this spiritual work, grounding yourself in the world, but also, still kind of doing it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's making sure you have that balance. Okay, you've been told that would come in. Okay. Oh, Lisa, you're never bothering me. Don't worry about it. Okay, Lisa, I'll let you know in a minute. I told a couple people first before you. I got a couple people in line. I say line, that sounds horrible. All right, Joanne, thank you for coming on my live. I appreciate it. Lisa, you will be the last one. I'm just gonna but we have Brendan, I think. Oh, Angela, and is that Brendan first, if Brendan's still here, and then Angela, I believe. So, and then we'll have Lisa. And if I forgot somebody, let me know, because sometimes that happens. And thank you, Brendan. That's very nice of you. Okay, Brandon. All right, Angela, after Brandon, and then Lisa. So we got an amazing last three people here. Well, I'm not saying Joanne's amazing too. You're welcome, Joanne. I gotta go. You're live. Here, I see my. So Brandon said, "Is Danielle my soulmate? And what does God and Jesus want me to know? And what will happen on August 8th?" Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So the universe, spirit guides, and soulmates and twin flames and all that. I mean, I don't. There are. We have more than one soulmate, and there's like soulmates can be even friends or um, I or family members too. It doesn't have to be. Um, doesn't have to be. So you can have more than one soulmate, definitely. I think there's soul families. Well, I know there is. And in my heart, I feel that. And I can't say I know for certain because but I know how I feel and how I feel. I believe Danielle is in a person that you should, is on your path at this time, obviously. But I feel like if you feel that draw to her, and she feels the same, I feel like yes, I feel like I feel like she is a soulmate, but I don't see it as like when you say soulmate, I don't want it to seem like this is like it's going to be forever and Cinderella, and it's always and I'm not saying it's not, but because you know you have free will and you could change this at any point, right? So it's just knowing that she's a, let's say she's a soulmate, you just still want to you know being being who you are, you're gonna still it's just like I've had this feeling that soulmates are there to help your soul grow. And if you feel I feel like you have been growing with her and understanding life more so with her, and it's that growth together that's happening. And I feel like you will sometimes when people don't grow together, there is that disconnect, and that's when even though they're a soulmate, you know they did help your soul grow, they end up having to leave. But I do believe with Danielle, she's more of one that is through the right um, communication and understanding of each other, and feeling from your heart space like you do, it will facilitate it to that you do grow together instead, and I feel like your spirit guides, God or universe, whatever you want to call Jesus, is saying is that there's a lot that you like are uncertain about. And I feel like if that's what and I feel like there's just having the confidence that no matter what you choice you make, it's the choice that was you made, that the choices that you make are the best choices for you, and that you should make them based off of what how you feel inside, not because of what is outside of you telling you what you should do. And I think it's doing that and having the confidence to do that, and not and trusting your own self, that I think is the best thing for you. And I think they're saying that if you do that, that's being, you being true to, like I said, and too, like, be true to yourself. And there's nothing you can really, because if you do live through your own heart space, because in essence, when you do stuff, it's not just because you feel like it. It's because you feel drawn to it, and you know that it's not going to hurt other people. It's just more of feeling confident enough in yourself to do it, and not allowing the fear of whatever on the outside of you, because that confidence is there. Just don't allow that fear to come in and drive it away, you know? It's like, allow that inner knowing to well up, and let it burst out forth. I think it's that really people need to do, instead of like all of a sudden hearing something on the outside of them going, well, what about this? And then they go, and then they go, oh yeah, and then they stifle that, and then it's like, allow yourself to feel that power inside you, and allow it to come out. And when people do say stuff, take it in. I mean, but don't then stifle it for other people, you know, because other people are afraid, you know. I mean, there's gonna be reasons to, you know, not do stuff, but there's always gonna be reasons. So I think August 8th, is there going to be like a celebration of somebody? I feel like there's like something happening where there's a remembrance of, I have a feeling you have a, like, you're going to be having a remembrance of someone. And I think there's just going to be a coming together of other people. Oh, so that makes sense. A remembrance of someone, God, Jesus, right? And a coming together of people. Yeah, you're going to be remembering Jesus. Um, yeah, you're. I feel like you're going to be talking with people about it. So yeah, you're going to be yeah, it just made me remember. Made me think of like a remembrance of so it's like, yeah, it's like, God. I I believe she is your soulmate. I don't feel like she is a person that, I feel like right now it's I feel like right now she is like somebody that you are very attracted to, but I feel like she's also, is she your soulmate? I don't, I feel like she is part of your path. And I feel like you are going to grow together, and have a lot of growth together, but I don't know if you're really like soulmates. I think it's but I do believe your souls are meant to meet. I think, I can't, I'm not saying that you're not, but I just feel like um she has awakened your spiritual awakening. Well, that's a lot to do with your growth, so I think, oh, okay. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. It was like, I do believe she is like somebody that is enticing you to do stuff, but it's like a growth, but if um you've never met her, then I mean, you would have to be, that's why there's this like feeling of like, is she your soulmate? I don't know. It's like if you know each other, and you feel that connection, I think the only way you would know is if she knew you. death in 2018. So if you actually are being, because there are people in the world that will facilitate your own growth even though you don't meet them. That doesn't mean they're soulmates. So you're dreaming that you ever went dark, and you felt yourself rise in a way spiral. Well, so you had an out of body experience when you had the 2018 thing. Yeah. Well, it was an out of body. I mean, I think even if you want to, you can even do meditations that can give you out of body um, um, experiences as well. OBEs. Well, I think it's all on how you interpret it, Brendan. I think there's like a way of, you gotta keep your, when things like this happen, if you're not ready for the spiritual awakening, your ego is going to take over. And I don't think we should, yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be ruling, but I think it's more of like understanding that you do handle, you can manifest and deal with the world in a way. But I do think um just knowing that, I mean, if you take it and you think that you're more important than other people, that's not how it really works. I mean, I think there are people that have things, but well, it's good, and that's the important thing, Brandon. Well, I hope you have fun on the 8th at the Christian camp, and I'm glad you had your spiritual awakening. As far as the soulmate thing, like I was saying, it depends on. I know I'm not above other. Yeah. Well, let me say the rule thing. That's what I was just saying. I don't know what my death was. Well, I think it's just more of trying to propel you out of whatever you were in at the time, trying to get you to pay attention. You know, show you a different awareness. But it's not going. There's a lot of things we don't know, so when you glom onto things like soulmate and everything like that, I mean, like if there's people that we don't even know, you can't. I mean, yeah, they can like guide us to things. Like you have teachers and mentors, but like unless you are actually meeting with her, she's, you know, you would never know if she's a soulmate or not. And I think that's why I didn't have a feeling for it. It was just more of like a, will you meet your romantic soulmate this year? Well, I think it's not every life you're gonna, just because you, just not every life you're gonna meet a soulmate. I mean, it's kind of rare to have the unconditional. I mean, like I would be like, well, what I hope I have wonderful parents this time. You know, like, yeah, I had a one wonderful parent, but what I'm saying is, you know, you're not gonna always have like all the ticked off the boxes of what life. Because yeah, do I know Jesus Christ? I know people that say their guide is Jesus Christ. I do believe he was a person that did influence a lot of people, and I think he was is a great was a great man. I don't know him. No. All right, Angela, your turn. I think we've gone far enough into that. Okay, Angela. All right, Angela, the shapeshifters. Messages from your ancestors. Oh, that sounds like a good one. I'm excited about that. It's not what I believe, Nick. It's what you believe. And I mean, I don't really have a school of thought on it, Nick. So I just go by, like, to keep it simple, stupid. That's what I say. You know? um, all that I think is to kind of distract us from the point of just being here and living our life and having let's not distract ourselves. Okay, Angela. Let's talk, Angie. Angela. Let's talk, Angela. So, the Rolling Stones, why they make horrible songs about us Angies. Do you know that song? It's about breakup. It's horrible. Okay, Angela. The matriarch. Nurture the harvest. So, no, Nick was asking, what do you think? What happens when we die? Well, a lot of things. The matriarch, nature of the harvest. I can answer you, Nick, in a little bit. I'm doing a reading for Angela. Um, I feel very content, Angela. I feel like there's a time where um, you're at a time where things have slowed down finally, or they're starting to, and I don't want to. I feel like there's been a lot of activity around you, and um, it's been, I want to say, the last 3 to 5 years, it's been really hard. A lot of activity, and finally, it's like I feel like the fruits of your labor are coming too, and I think it's. Oh yes, okay. And I feel like for that, I feel like a great like sigh of relief of, okay, now I can really like breathe, and they're saying you can't. You've done it. You've done it, and of course there is always something else on the horizon that I feel like you are a very driven person, um, and I feel like uh, you know there's going to be a sense of like not feeling comfortable at first with the being able to breathe, but it's important, um, and it's important that you do allow it to and allow yourself to feel it, because it's something that you should feel proud about. I feel like it's almost like school, or also I feel like it's a couple things. I feel like it's like school. I feel like it's like just learning, and then also with your family. I feel like there's been some turmoil, and it's like slowing down. I feel like you've put some boundaries around, and now you're not like as like interacting with certain people as often as you should want to. Um, so that's that. I think it's just knowing that it's time. It's knowing yourself and what you can handle as well. Um, yeah. Well, your strength was tested. That's what it's saying. And I think it's just like, yeah, you're fine. Exactly. You're finally loving you. And I feel like when you're talking about your ancestors, I feel like was a lot of, like, this is the first time I feel like that you you're able to get out of the system. I'll say system, but I feel like it's more of like you have done things that haven't happened in your family before, um which is not being, you, like, your family in the past would have been, you would have been the one to take care of everybody. Instead, you are making sure that you're not um doing that. So okay. And that makes sense, Angela. And I think it's just that you're breaking those patterns of like taking care of the not like you're not going to take care of, but I feel like you are saying, well, there's other things for this. I don't, why do I have to do it? I can facilitate it. Oh my god. I'm going to report you, and then we're going to block you. Holy crap. How do I get that person off of here? Well, you're reported. Holy crap. Okay. I think I blocked him. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. I don't have a mod, like I assume this is on TikTok. I thought TikTok would like take them off, right? TikTok. This is TikTok. All right, hold on. I'll take that off my see thing here. Oh, crap. What? I thought TikTok would say, like, they wouldn't say that. You would think, right? I'd be like, you can't just say like, "Ugh, horrible." Oh my, holy crap. Oh my god. Like, yeah, like I can't even like ask people to follow me or like me. They'll like all of a sudden like tell me that my live is gonna come down if I never even said anything like that, and then all of a sudden like, oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I did not know you had to do that. Put on a filtered comment. I thought I did, but weird. I have it filtered on the I don't know. They got through it somehow because I have it filtered on other things. Oh, it's filtered on my other chats, but all right, I'll have to do that. All right, Angela. I'm about to. I only have Angela and Lisa yet, and then I'm gonna go. Wow, I never had that happen. Okay. Um. Sorry about that, guys. That was crazy. Okay. Yeah, they are. Like I, they can't. They are nuts. People are nuts. I do see like your grandmother and your great grandmother together. I feel like they were one in the same, and they were very close. I feel like that's on your dad's side, Angela, and it makes me feel like they are ones to like. I feel like I don't know if I feel like you were close to your grandma. I don't know why I feel like it's more on your dad's side. And they do feel like they're I feel like they did I feel like they lived together at one point. Well, yeah, obviously because it was her daughter, but I mean like when they were older. Um, and I feel like that's like what was saying, like the living together type thing. I don't think that's what is, I think there's like taking care of older people in the family if in the past, and I don't know if there's a inkling that you might should be doing that, but I know that you're thinking, knowing that you're not going to. So, um, that's what I got. I'm sorry. I totally like got a little thrown off there. um, oh, hi, Trevina. I got only Lisa left, and then I'm gonna, uh, then I'm gonna sign off. But I'll be on Prism of Light tomorrow at 5. It's on the Facebook group Prism of Light, which is what Kelly, who just joined earlier, she's from Prism of Light. I'll be on that tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time, 10 o'clock UK time. So, but otherwise, Trevina, next time, if you follow me, next time, well, if you see me, I will. You don't have to follow me, Watch, all of a sudden they're gonna pop up and go yell at me. TikTok with allow that guy to go crazy. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Angela. Thank you for staying around. You were here for some interesting interactions. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for staying. I appreciate it. Okay. Lisa. And I appreciate all the love and everything too. Oh, thank you, Daisy. Oh, he has a page? Oh my god. That was crazy. People are like, what drives somebody to do that? I have no clue. All right. All right, Lisa, you're here. All right. Yeah, because I gotta go. Gotta go eat pretty soon here. All right, after Lisa. Let's see. I got just some angel cards. I got angelic activation, which is interesting. So, it looks like a younger child. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is this guy, and I don't know if they have a name for him, but it says, powers, be kind and compassionate. In order for peace to be restored in the outer world, you must first be able to find it within yourself. Your current situation requires you to step into the energy of loving kindness. Realize that the other person is also you. Having consideration for others will open your heart up so that you can see the world through more loving eyes. Activation. I choose to see through the eyes of kindness. Hi, Sincere. Welcome. So, I think there is times where, like we try to look at what people are doing, and you see people on the outside, around you. They're just not understanding like what they're doing is also is so detrimental to themselves, and it's their awareness isn't there, and I feel like there's somebody around. I feel like it's a younger male around you, Lisa, that I don't know if it's your son. Feels like a younger male, and I feel like he's just not. I feel like there's like things that he's been doing, and there's only so much love and kindness and stuff that, I mean, you do emulate that towards him and this person, and but I feel like just like all of us, we go again, like I feel like it's just trying to remember that everybody has that something that they're having to deal with in their life, and they're not, it just, no matter how much we try to help, it's not until they have the awareness that is a grandson. Okay, yeah. He's like, he felt around 20. Yeah, I didn't feel like he was in his teens. It felt like, yeah, like 20. I feel like it's just having that awareness. They got to have the awareness themselves. It's no matter how much you try to like build them up, or or whatever, um or tell them, it's just gonna it's they got to do it. It's gonna have to come from themselves, because sometimes, helping them can also delay their growth too. I'm not saying, they say tough love, but that's not what I'm saying. Like, but it's also looking at it through other eyes of, I look at my kids, my son, he's 19 and my daughter's 21. I have a 12-year-old. And I try to think back of when I was that age, you know, and think of like, okay. And you have that understanding, that compassion back again, where like if you are in the headspace space of now, because, it's a little now me, later, not the same age, like way ahead, like, yeah, I'm not going to be as understand, but it's just allowing them to breathe and be their own. Okay. It pays. Yeah. Yeah. It's just yeah, it's a learning of dealing with them, and just, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm sure you can remember when you were that age and things that you decided to do instead of paying for certain things, right? Like, but some people aren't as responsible as, you know. Um it takes a bit, but um but I think what they're expressing is that you are coming from that heart space of understanding, and it's through that they'll be able to grow, instead of, because they I'm sure he already has a lot of judgment or about the whole situation towards himself. I mean, there's always judgment we're putting on ourselves, as well as from the outside, like talk, you know um, that can affect our mood and how we respond to other people as well. So, um, I think you are, um, showing that kindness toward, yes, yeah. I think he's had a lot of things that he has had to like deal with in his life, and I think there's like that too. Um, I feel like he kind of like, I don't want to say check out, but like it's kind of like he just doesn't want to, and it's like he's gonna have to have the awareness that himself, that he has to live in this world. He has to be more present about what's going on, instead of trying to pretend like it's not happening, because I feel like this kind of came up, and it was like more of like, oh, by the way, and then you're like, what, like, you have to do this, so it's just having that um responsibility. Yeah. And I do believe there's a male in spirit. I feel like it's like your father, and I'm sure he can think of a time where you haven't paid for something. So I'm not. It was just like, I don't know why he said that, but he's like, I don't know. He's laughing. I don't know why. I feel like there's has something to do with a car. I feel like you I feel like you. I don't know if you got in a. He's making me feel like you had like a little fender bender, the last one, and at one point, and he ended up like getting a little upset with you. Um, with the family car. Oh, thank you. Um, or he's telling me about that. There's some fender bender that happened. I don't know, Lisa, but it was interesting. He's kind of laughing about it. Like he was upset with it at the time, but it was kind of stupid now, looking back. Your father-in-law, okay. I don't know, he's just like laughing. Like I feel like he had to help you out, right? I'm like, um, yeah, he was up, he's just laughing about it. So I think it's the things you probably haven't thought about in a while, but he and it wasn't that bad though. I don't. It's like it wasn't that bad. He's making me feel like it was just like a side panel. It's not. Um, but it's like you hit a side. I don't know if you. Then like there's like a part of a bumper that like got scraped. I don't with the other car, or I'm not sure which one is which, but he's showing that. So anyway, it's like things that just happen. All right. Well, I'm gonna go eat with my family. So, thank you, Lisa, for waiting, and everybody coming alive. I'll be on um Prism with Light tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Facebook, and I don't know when I have another live planned. I think it's Sunday. I'm not sure. I'll put it on TikTok. I don't know when I have one planned here. All right. I'll leave everybody's love with all you. And thank you again for everything. You guys are amazing. All right. See ya soon. If I can figure out how to. There we go.